Hello, I'm Kristen Hall, and the research I'm presenting today is about how social support and social media engagement predict anxiety and depressive symptoms. In-person social support has an established protective effect against anxiety and depression, but we know less about the effects of social support provided online through social media. Due to the COVID-19 pandemic and developments in how technology is used, people are having more social interactions through social media, and we're interested in how these interactions impact mental health. Some research has indicated that online social support may have no effects on these mental health outcomes at all. However, there's also evidence that social media is especially likely to be a source of stress for individuals with high anxiety and depression and may actually exacerbate those symptoms, possibly due to the social comparison that takes place on social media. We were interested in whether social media engagement would predict anxiety and depression above and beyond the impact of in-person social support. 504 participants responded to an online survey, and 460 of those passed all attention checks and were included in the present analyses. To measure social support, we used the Interpersonal Support Evaluation List. For anxiety, the PROMIS Anxiety Scale. For depression, the 2004 Center for Epidemiologic Studies Depression Scale. Social media engagement was measured with a modified version of the attitudinal portion of the Ellison Facebook Intensity Scale, which is intended to measure attitudes towards social media and the extent to which respondents feel engaged with social media and consider it important to them. We altered the wording of the original scale to be about social media in general instead of Facebook specifically. We used hierarchical regressions to analyze these relationships. Block 1 included demographic variables and trait emotionality. Emotionality was included as a covariate due to its established relationship with anxiety and depression. Controlling for these covariates, social support significantly predicted lower anxiety and depression in Block 2. The final step of the hierarchical regressions added social media intensity, and we found that this significantly predicted higher anxiety and depression above and beyond the impact of social support and the covariates. These results indicate that subjective social media use and involvement may predict mental health outcomes even despite the protective impact of social support and regardless of individual differences in personality and demographics. In the future, we plan to examine the predictive value of how often specific social media applications are used. Future research should also examine the role of social comparison in relation to these findings.